U.S. wine exports to Canada plunged in April. They were down more than 90%. And of course, a lot of that is to do with provinces responding to U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs and blocking imports of U.S. booze. That is leading to a problem for the American industry, too much wine being produced. We're joined by Karl Storchmann, Executive Director of the American Association of Wine Economists. It's a non-profit educational organization. Fascinating specialty. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. But interesting, this is, in terms of U.S. wine exports, Canada is the biggest market?
Yeah, hello. And it was very surprising to see this, because I think the first idea of wine firms here in the US, they thought that a tariff on other goods, including wine, including from Canada, would be a boom, but it has turned out the other way around. So Canada pulled the plug, and the exports of US wine to Canada are virtually down to zero, or they're closing in on zero. So it was 93% May 25 over May 24. And that accounts, like the exports to Canada account for more than a third of all US exports by value. And that is massive. And the similar thing happened in China, which is the number 3. It is not a third of all exports, it's like a 10th. But still, I think the US in total in April 24 compared to the year before lost 43% of its exports.
And this can lead to an oversupply of wine. Well, presumably it will, wine that would normally come to this country.
Right, and an oversupply here, right? Because if you cannot ship out all of these millions of dollars worth of wine, they will stay here, right? The pot is closed and the lid is on the pot, and it must lead to price drops in the US. So it's not turning out to be a boon. It might be the absolute opposite.
What kind of wine does the US send to Canada? Does it tend to be upmarket wine or lower priced wine?
It's premium wine. So I think like the mean export wine, the mean export price of US wine is about $5. And Canada pays like a premium of 50% more. So it's premium wine. It's like, I think the export prices are like $7.50, something like that. China pays even more. But like Canada is a very, very important market for upscale wine, and it is these like enormous quantities.
Do the Europeans take much wine from America? I guess they will take some of the fancier California wines, or are they too snobby about it?
Oh, that's actually the opposite. So the number 2 export market for the US is the Brits, and the Brits they only buy the cheaper wine, and they cost like $1.50 per liter. So it is bulk. So the premium wine markets is Canada and China.
That's interesting. Give us an idea, as a wine economist, how is the wine industry doing? I mean, it's got demographics on its side. I think people are they've cut back on beer. Is wine consumption going up?
Wine consumption in the US and globally has been going down probably pretty much starting after COVID. So that is another problem. And that's why that Canada virtually pulled the plug makes it especially hard here. So so wine consumption is down, and it's not per se clear if that is a structural thing that causes this or just a little dip and it might come back up. So there's some like indication for it might come back up. So we had a similar crisis in 1983, 4, 5. And that was only a temporary thing. And many people hope it will be like that too. But the export market is in trouble.
And is California the dominant producer of wine in the United States?
Yeah. It's about 93% of wine is made here in California, where I'm now. You can see that. I'm like under all these palm trees.
Yes. I suppose a warming climate might create other new wine regions in the USA?
Yeah, it's moving north. It's moving like towards you, I would say. Yeah, so that is also a problem. Everything is moving towards regions that are a little bit cooler and wetter. So that is another problem. But right now, the biggest problem is Canada from the perspective of a US wine grower.